Hi YouTube, it's Mama Doe Dawn. This channel is about all aspects of my financial life, from being a mom who works at home and runs her own small e-commerce business to paying off debt, and now transitioning from being a single mom to living with a boyfriend who is splitting finances with me, which is a pretty big change considering that is not something that I have had in the past. Today's video is actually a recap because I didn't post any videos throughout the entire year of 2021, so I am recapping month by month. I've done all the previous months leading up to August, so if you're interested in those videos, go to my channel, check them out. And if you just want to see what happened in August, this is probably one of the more exciting months that I had, and we're going to go ahead and tackle that today. On yesterday's video, I let you guys know that the agreement between my boyfriend and I in August was that I could move in with him if I had paid off most of my debts outside of my car and the loan to my dad. So all of my interest concurring debts needed to be paid off. And I had one more debt in that small debt snowball that I was trying to tackle, and that was my personal loan, and it was sitting at $4,055 at the beginning of August. And I really wanted to stick to that agreement. I really wanted to show him that I could pay it off, and I was going to do everything in my power that month to hopefully make that happen. Let's go ahead and just take a look at my starting debts for the month of August. My personal loan started at $4,055. The loan to my dad was $4,680, and my car was guesstimated at $30,000, which left me with a total starting debt of $38,735. So now let's take a look at my budget for the month of August. So interesting thing happened with my phones. I combined my phone plan with my boyfriend. So his phone line and my two phone lines, my personal and my business line, all went into one plan together, and we received a credit for me switching over one of my lines to his. So that meant that my phone bill for the month of August was $0. Also, our agreement when we moved in together, when we tried to split the bills as 50-50 as we could, he took the mortgage, which was our biggest expense, and then I took all the little expenses, so water, sewer, electric, phones, internet. And actually my little expenses combined is still less than the mortgage. So if we were truly doing 50-50, I would be paying him a little bit for the mortgage, but he is gracious enough to cover the entire mortgage and just let me handle all the small bills. I think the convenience factor helps him out a little bit because he only has to worry about one bill and I have to worry about 50. So not actually 50, but a lot of bills. So I think that kind of evens it out a little bit. Anyways, point being that I had $0 for my phone bill for the month of August, which was very nice. Also the lighting, as always, if you've missed me explaining my past videos, I'm in a hotel room right now because my kiddo is seeing her paternal side of the family. We're traveling to do so. Can't control the lighting coming through that window. So it just keeps changing and making me look like a ghost because I'm so pale. Okay, so let's move on. My car lease was $400. Car insurance was $100. My personal loan had a minimum payment of $400. Electric, I had guesstimated at $200, but this was the month I was moving in with him, so I didn't know for sure how much it was going to be. It ended up being quite close to that. Water and trash was $60. Internet was $90. My grocery budget was $100. My pet budget was $100. Fuel was $60, and my child budget was $100. Also, let's go back and talk about the pet budget real quick. We ended up getting a puppy, a Great Dane puppy, in the end of July. My boyfriend really wanted a Great Dane puppy. He had grown up with Great Danes, and why not just tack on all the big relationship steps at once and add a bunch of stress into our life by getting a dog. So we did that, and a part of my budget was I cover the pet food of the dog as well. Has his cat and my two cats, which are now just all of our cats and our dog. We kind of combined it all because, getting serious, I guess. Anyways, puppy is now a part of my pet budget, which is why the pet budget increased. It is the only budget, though, that increased other than adding on internet. Okay, so my total budget for the month of August was $1,610. This is the first time since I think I started making budget videos that my budget is less than $2,000. And that was like a huge weight being lifted off my shoulders. Also, not to worry about having a rent payment because my boyfriend was doing that, you know, like being a single mom and having to, I'm getting in a huge tangent for you guys and you're like, how much debt did you pay off? But I do want to talk about this for a second because being a single mom, all of your bills are obviously very stressful, but that rent payment especially is stressful because you need, you know, a home over your kid's head. You feel very responsible for ensuring that your child has a home. So just the alleviation of stress of having someone else cover that one payment out of all the payments. I'm still covering all these other ones, but that one payment is probably the biggest stress payment for me because that's the one that's got to be paid. You know, I don't want my child and I to end up, as we have in the past, if you've been watching me, needing to stay with my parents, needing to stay in hotel rooms, moving a lot, having that payment no longer be on my shoulders really lifted this financial weight that allowed me to breathe and then just clear my mind and focus on the bills that I need to pay, the debt that I needed to pay off, and then also my business. Like I felt a lot less pressure, and it actually helped me get way more organized and take some reasonable risks within my business that would end up benefiting me. Okay, so now let's move on to my income for the month of August. From Amazon, I made $2,350. From e-commerce, I made $250. From my affiliate marketing, I made $20. From freelance, I made $100. From child support, I made $100. And from YouTube, I finally got a check from just people watching my videos, even though I hadn't posted anything new, just kind of residual, very passive income. I made $100 in August, which was pretty amazing and very nice. It felt very good to get that check, having not actually done any work to earn that check. I mean, I had done the work, but it had been in the past, and it was just nice to get that little boost, which left me with a total income of $2,920. And that means I had an extra $1,310 in my budget in the month of August. But along with that, I had a surprise payment. I was not expecting to get anything back from my rent. I have a couple times in the past, and I feel like it's hit or miss with landlords. Landlords can always find things to write off on you, you know. I try to leave my apartments in as good of condition as possible. I realize that I have a kid and I have 2 cats, so there is a little bit of damage that just goes along with having those 2 things living in your house, but I try very hard to clean it and to fix anything small, like if a doorknob came off or something like that, to always make sure that those things are fixed before I leave, or just leaving a note for them like, hey, this cabinet door is loose or whatever, so they know. But I was surprised because my deposit was $500 and I actually ended up getting $460 back from my rental, which was very surprising and just wonderful. Okay, so that leads us to the end of the month. What was my ending debt for the end of this month? I really wanted to pay off that personal loan, but at the end of the month, my personal loan was still sitting at $1,885. With that being said, this loan had started out at either $15,000 or $10,000, and I had it for years, and I hated it, and I don't even remember, you know, everything that I spent it on. I know some of it went towards my ex, and I was sitting there paying on interest for things that I thought I was financially helping my ex out with, but ended up biting me in the butt. So having that debt just really knocked down to a seemingly manageable level was wonderful, and seeing it go from 4,000 something to 1,000 something, that was huge. So I didn't reach my goal of having it paid off by August, but I had still already moved in with my boyfriend, so got him. Totally kidding, and I ended up choking. That was my karma for saying that. But yeah, it felt really good to get it down that low, and I felt like I could reasonably attempt to pay that off in the next month. The loan to my dad was still sitting at $4,680, and my car was still guesstimated at $30,000. I still didn't know the value of my car or what I was going to do with the lease at that point in time, which left my total debt for the ending in the month of August at $36,565. So tomorrow I'm going to post a video doing the same exact recap for the month of September. And as you guys can probably imagine, in the month of September, what I really wanted to do was try to pay off that personal loan entirely. I saw it go through from 4,000 something to 1,000 something, and I really thought I can get it. I can pay off $1,885 in a single month. I can do it. And I was going to try very hard to do so. So that was my big goal for the month of September. And if you guys are interested in seeing what goes down in September, please come back to my channel tomorrow.